You know, on the state quarter for the state of Florida, the inscription says Gateway to Discovery, and they have a picture of the space shuttle Discovery blasting off to space. And just a few minutes before midnight last night, this space shuttle Discovery took off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, and it's carrying 7 astronauts, one from Mexico, one from Sweden, and they're on their way to join the crew at the International Space Station. And I just wish them all the best in their journey and in their mission. But this video is a celebration of the state of Florida. Just recently, I read 2 publications about Florida. One of them is in the National Geographic from August of 1982, and the story is called "Florida: A Time for Reckoning." And this is just the story by William S. Ellis describes how there was a tremendous population growth taking place in Florida, where a lot of senior citizens were moving down to the Sunshine State, and this huge, and also a lot of people were coming to Florida, and this was creating this rapid growth was creating a lot of strain on the natural resources of the state, and also there were a lot of social problems described in the story, such as high crime, a lot of crime, and problem was drug trafficking, even back in 1982. And also just recently in a Time magazine, there was a story by Michael Grunwald, published on July 10th of last year, and the story was titled, "Is Florida the Sunset State instead of Sunshine Sunset State?" And in the story, the author was describing and naming those several huge problems that the Florida is facing. Water crisis, then there was a lot of mortgage fraud, especially last year, political dysfunction, algae, polluted beaches, declining crops, failing public schools, and foreclosures. A lot of foreclosures in Florida. And you know, when you read these stories, even like 25 years ago, and today Florida is facing huge problems. And really, from my heart, I wish the people and the government in Florida, I know there are a lot of wonderful people working and trying to solve these problems, and I wish them, from my heart, I wish them all the best, and strength and power in what they're doing, trying to solve these problems, trying to make Florida more beautiful. But of course, I, as just one person, I really don't know how to help, even in a little way, how to help solve these huge problems. But what I did, I established connection, friendship with a wonderful couple from Florida. They're a very young couple. They're here going to school, and I'm not going to mention their names, but last year, this young lady, a precious young lady, she was working in one of the offices here in the school, and we met several times, and I wanted to honor her and her husband as being from Florida, so I gave them a little souvenir, a pack of orange juice. Grown by the Florida orange growers, and she was very appreciative, and her husband. And then a couple of months after that, I found out that they were expecting a baby. So I was so happy for them. So I because I wanted them to feel healthy and to stay healthy during the pregnancy. I went back to the office where the lady was working, and I gave them another pack of orange juice, again as a celebration that they're from Florida. I think the other brand of juice was, the first one was Florida's own juice, then there was Tropicana juice, but the fact was that this was from Florida. And they again was very appreciative and thankful. But then a little bit later, I found out that they lost their baby. There was a miscarriage, and it was a very tragic, very difficult thing for them to go through. So I went back to them, and I wanted to offer some support. So I gave them a little statue, little like a figure of a hand, like an angel's hand or God's hand, holding a little baby, tiny baby. It was my way of expressing support and sympathy with them. But so they're very good friends of mine. But just recently, just a few weeks ago, I found out through Facebook that they are expecting a baby. So it's a very, very joyful thing for them and for their friends and family. So what I'm gonna do, I have here lemon juice, Nelly and Joe's famous Key West lemon juice, and on the back of this lemon juice there is a recipe how to make Nelly's lemon cream cheese pie, very famous. So I'm gonna, and this is from Florida, from Key West. So I'm gonna try to make this cream cheese pie and give it to them during this time of pregnancy, and just my best wishes to them, and for the baby, new baby. I pray that everything will go fine, and also all the wonderful people in Florida who make this juice, orange juice, citrus industry, all the industries in Florida, hardworking people, wonderful people. You have my support, you have my respect, and I just wish that the state of Florida will be truly a sunshine state always, and I'm sure that we will emerge even stronger out of this economic recession.